Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Fabi, and welcome to Arrows DIY. Today I'm participating in the 5-item mystery box swap hosted by Leah over at Junkernecker DIY. For this swap, basically we sent each other packages and challenged each other to make 1 to 2 DIYs using those items in the mystery box. We had to use every single item in the box, well, at least a fraction of each item. There were 5 items. 3 items were craft items and 2 items were wildcard items. We could pick from anywhere in the store. Stay tuned till the end for the final reveal. Alright, so this is my package. It's from Ellie from DIY House to Home. And we are going to open this now. Ooh, and there's little hearts there. I hope that means that she was nice to me. Showed me some love. Alright, so hold on. What is this? Hold on a second. It feels like flip-flops. Before I open it. What is this thing? Can you guys guess? What do you think it is? Okay. Alright, so for crafting items, rub on. Oh, there's a card. Never mind. Hold that thought. Fabi. Yeah, that's what I said. Thank you. Fabi, here are some fun items. I can't wait to see what you come up with. Happy crafting, Ellie. Aw, she's so sweet. Look at the cute little card. How cute is that? That is so cute. Alright, so we're just going to put that there for a second. Now, on transfer. What am I going to do with this? I don't even know. We got lace ribbon. Ooh, this is nice. I've never found this in my Dollar Tree before. Alright. Then we got, what is she doing to me? This plaque. Okay, this is not so bad. This plaque, as well as note card. Okay, that's super cool. These are cute. They have little apple teeth. Teaching tomorrow's leaders. Oh, that is so sweet. I actually do teach my kids. I love it. Alright, so let's see what I can make. Which one is my wild card? I don't know. I guess I'll ask her. 1, 2, 3. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. 5. Let's see what we can make with these things. They're super cute. I can't wait. Alright, so you saw what I got. Paper on top of paper. Fun, right? So after hours and hours of contemplating, I decided to make this. So I took the wooden oval and I cut off the rounded edges off of it to kind of make a rectangle shape using my miter shears and the ruler. I sanded off that edge, so I was left with 3 flat sides on the rectangle and 1 rounded side. Now we're allowed to use things from our craft stash, so I had this arrow, this wooden arrow sign. I took off the hanging portion, and I'm just gonna cut off that triangle at the end to be left with a rectangle using my miter shears. It was a bit of a struggle, but I got it done eventually. And then I also sanded down that edge. Next, I took the writing templates from the teacher's items and I used Aleene's tacky glue, and I went ahead and I just glued on one of those writing template sheets. I covered both of these pieces with paper and then I cut off the excess. So this piece here with the rounded end, I'm gonna call that item number 1. And basically I want to make this L shape using the 2 pieces of wood. So I took the item number 1 wooden piece, and then I traced the edge of it on the other longer rectangle wooden piece. And now I'm just going to use that Sharpie and make a mark. Now I took 2 rulers that I had from my stash and I measured it after I lined it up to that line I made, and I used my miter shears to cut it down to fit that area. Now I'm going to use the E6000 and hot glue. I use Gorilla Glue for my hot glue, and I'm just going to go ahead and adhere these 2 rulers like so. Make sure that the hot glue and the E6000 don't mix, because that affects the bonding nature of those glues. So this is how I want it to fit. Now I'm going to take the Sharpie and I'm going to mark off that section on the end of the wooden piece there. And then I'm going to set the remainder pieces of those rulers right like so. This is going to add a decorative feature to our piece. Now I'm going to take more of those writing templates and I'm going to cut them right at that solid line in the center. We're going to be left with one stack of papers that's a little thicker than the other. Not thicker, sorry, wider. We're going to have 2 piles, one with the wider side that we cut out and one that is thinner. So now we're going to line up these two wooden pieces to make an L shape right at that crease that we made. We're going to use the same E6000 and hot glue combination. Just make sure you add your E6000 first so that your hot glue doesn't dry by the time you adhere them. Once you have that L shape made, we're going to hold it there for a while, and then we're going to use this handy wooden block to hold it into place. Now once that's there in position, I'm going to take some of this lace and I'm going to line it up right at the center of that ruler, all the way up the side, the whole full length of this L-shaped structure. This will give us another decorative feature later on for when we paint it, and it's also going to help support and hold the L shape while the E6000 dries. So if you're new to my channel, I'd like to welcome you. My name is Favi and I love making home decor on a budget. On my channel, I do Dollar Tree DIYs, thrift flips, as well as high-end dupes. So please hit that subscribe button if that's something you're interested in. And don't forget to hit that bell so you're notified each time I post a new video. And, oh sorry, note cards. Now I took these teaching note cards and I cut off about an inch off the end of them, and now I'm just going to line them up and stack them on top of one another. So once the L-shaped structure is dry, this is what it looks like, and it's pretty sturdy once the E6000 hardens. Now I'm going to take these note card pieces that we just cut out, and we're just going to use some Mod Podge to glue them together. So I'm just taking some Mod Podge and applying it with a paintbrush, and I'm stacking them just to make a thicker piece of paper. So once we stack them all up, we're going to go ahead and bend one of the ends and make kind of like a hook shape or like a spoon. It's good to do this while it's still wet. That way it's still malleable. Now I took some of those writing templates that we cut in half. I took the wider portion of them, and I'm also going to use the Mod Podge to glue stacks of them. I glue about, I would say, 10 to 12 of them. It doesn't need to be exact, we just want it to be thicker to hold a shape. And we're going to form it into an S shape. And I do this twice. So we did this same process for the writing template pieces 2 times for 12 of those pieces. Then we take those 2 pieces, stack them on top of each other, and hold them in place with some clamps. Make sure you put enough Mod Podge so that it stays secure. Now we're going to take the spoon shaped paper that we made, and we're just going to glue it like so, in this position, right along item number 1 in that corner there. Can you guess what we're making yet? So I secured it down using Gorilla Hot Glue, and I also glued that little corner of the top of the spoon shape. Now I'm going to take the S-shaped paper from the writing templates that we cut earlier, and we're going to hot glue that like so. So just hold it there for a minute, and then I'm gonna I did the same thing using a shorter piece, probably about an 8-inch piece of the thinner writing template paper. Now I'm gonna use more of this lace just to add some details to the bottom of the spoon there. Now I'm gonna use hot glue to adhere it like this. This is just gonna give it an extra detail. Now I'm going to add more of this decorative lace all along both sides of this last piece we just added, all the way along the curve. This is going to help the front piece match the back piece. Then I went ahead and I covered that ugly spot on the back there where the 2 pieces of wood met with more of that writing template paper. And this, I struggled with this part a bit because I didn't know what to do with this hideous rub-on transfer. I mean, I've seen people use this rub-on transfer amazingly, but I really struggled to use this. So I just decided to randomly attach this gold transfer sticker all around the structure so that it kind of looks as though it is gold speckled. So that's what I did. I just went around the entire thing and I randomly scratched this pattern on different spots of this paper. And it went on pretty well. That's why I decided to wrap this whole thing in paper so that the rub-on transfer would transfer without a problem. So once I used the majority of it, I'm going to use 3 paints now. First, I started with this Folk Art 1 Decor paint in the color Fresh Earth, but then I figured it was too dark. It wasn't giving the effect I wanted. So then I just went in with some Apple Barrel in the color White. And in my mind, this piece was distressed but mostly white. So once I started with this white color, I really liked the effect it was giving. So I go ahead and I paint the whole thing, give it a nice thick coat of white paint. And now I'm going to go in with this Folk Art Home Decor wax in the color Antique, and I'm just going to make it look really distressed and really weathered. And I love how this antiquing wax is picking up on those rub-on transfers. It really accents them because they're raised. So now I'm just going to go ahead and distress lightly over the lace detail as well as all of the corners to make it look rustic, and I really like how it's coming out. It really looks like wood. So I go ahead and I also distress the inside, and I accentuate that one little raised part there with the paper. The little corner that's sticking out, I really put some more antique wax on there, because on my channel I love accentuating those little mistakes. I feel they give character. All right, and that's it. I made a corbel. What do you think about that? Go ahead and hit that like button if you like this DIY. And if you want to see more of what I make in this house, subscribe. I would love to meet you and join my crew where we create on a budget. You could also buy me a coffee. I use the money from there to buy craft supplies. Please and thank you. And don't forget to check out the rest of the playlist so you can see who I sent my box to at MBGrayDesigns. The playlist link is in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and until next time, bye!